Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ollie and I currently live in Bolivia in South America. And yesterday I reached a pretty cool milestone, 600 days living in a city called Santa Cruz. It's the biggest city in Bolivia, and today I wanted to share with you 5 things that I absolutely love about the city. But before we do that, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the things that I am doing here in South America. So if you've never heard about Santa Cruz before, I'm not surprised, because when you think of Bolivia, you kind of think of La Paz, you think of Lake Titicaca, and you think of the salt flats. And whenever people say to me, oh, you live in Santa Cruz, where is Santa Cruz? I'm not surprised that people don't know about it. It's kind of like a big town, a working city where a lot of Bolivians come for opportunities to work and to create a better standard of living. And that's exactly what the city is. In terms of like the placement of things, it kind of reminds me like Canberra, the capital of Australia. Canberra is like, it has a city centre, but it also has different centres around the city. And that's kind of like what Santa Cruz is like. Yeah, you have the centre, but in the centre there's not really anything. Santa Cruz is built on a ring system, so you have the first ring, second ring, third ring, fourth ring, fifth ring. I think it goes up to like the 9th ring or something like that. And around each ring there's like different things that you can buy. There's that you can do. There's markets, there's supermarkets. It's not really centralized. It's spread out, and you can get whatever you want without having to go into the center of the city, which is an absolute nightmare. And that's the first thing I love about the city. It's a big town vibe. The buildings are quite small. There's no real high-rises. So I literally can go to the 10th floor of my apartment building and have panoramic views of the whole city. And I really like that vibe, the vibe of a bustling, busy city. But the buildings aren't big, and that's great. I love it. However, in saying that, I do like the center for a number of reasons. And this comes to the second reason why I like what I love about Santa Cruz, and that is in the plaza. It's called El 24 de Septiembre. Bad Spanish, but it's the 24th of September. And each city in Bolivia has a main square, and the squares are named after the date of independence for that city. Santa Cruz achieved independence on the 24th of September, and that's why the plaza is named after that. And the plaza has a really cool vibe. There's lots of trees, everything's paved, which is quite rare in Santa Cruz. And families go there to have fun, to relax, to sit, to talk. And the best thing about the plaza are Plaza Coffees. So you have these little men or women walking around with tubs of coffee and hot milk, and you say, hey, come here please, yep, 1 coffee please. And they fill it up with the coffee and milk, and it's really, really sweet. And you can get this for about 5 Bolivianos, which is about 80 US cents. And yeah, a sweet coffee in the afternoon in the plaza when the sun's setting behind the trees and you're looking at the main cathedral in the square. It's just absolutely divine. I love doing it. It's one of the best things to do in the city. Okay, we are up to number 3. And the third thing I love about this city is the fact that not very many people speak English, which is perfect for me. You need to remember that I teach English here, and I'm thinking in English. My friends speak English, and I teach in English, and the classrooms are all in English, so we don't speak Spanish at all in class. So it gives me little opportunity to practice outside of my work environment. But the good thing about that is when you go to the supermarket, or when you need to get a taxi, or if you need to go to the bank or to the phone shop, it's a great opportunity for me to practice my Spanish. I remember when I arrived here, I would like push my friend in front of me because I was so scared to try and practice my Spanish, even though I did 2 years of Spanish at university. However, now I am independent to an extent. I mean, I can go to the bank, I can go to the phone shop, and I can navigate life independently. I can understand and I can get my message across. But however, if I need to do like something a little bit more, I guess, technical, like go to the doctors or, yeah, like when you need to use technical vocabulary, I'm not independent. However, I feel like having had the opportunity to live in Santa Cruz, in a city where, you know, only a few people speak English, it's really meant that like my Spanish went from 0 to kind of like hero. I wouldn't go that far, but I can use the subjunctive tense, which I'm super proud about. Sometimes I don't know what it actually means, but I'm using it correctly, and yeah, that's me being a little nerd. The fourth thing that I love about Santa Cruz is a little pastry called Saltena, and this is actually a breakfast dish, which I found quite strange, having like pastry, and people drink Coca-Cola with it in the morning, and I found this quite rare and quite weird when I first moved here, but now it's just common practice. Anyway, this Saltena, which I will put a picture, I think about here, it's like a sweet pastry on the outside, and on the inside you can get meat or chicken, and there's like a sauce inside, and I think maybe some potato or some vegetables, and it's, yeah, you can get sweet chicken or you can get spicy chicken, and this is your breakfast snack. And I normally have them when I'm hungover and I'm feeling or on a Saturday morning before I have to work. And it's like a delicacy. It's so beautiful. Try and think of like an empanada, but like a Bolivian version. You can get them in any part of the country. So if you do come to Bolivia, I recommend that you try salteñas for breakfast or for lunch if you don't think you could stomach it for lunch. But yeah, they are super delicious. And the fifth and final thing that I love about Santa Cruz, well, maybe not the final thing that I love, but it's number 5 in my list, and that is all that we have time for today. It is the weather. Hot. How I like certain things. Hot. The weather is incredibly agreeable. Rarely is it cold, and if it is cold, it is proper cold. When it's cold, it's so hard to warm up, but thankfully it's only cold for about 2 or 3 weeks a year. And other than that, the temperature is so hot, it's perfect for the beach. I often say, well, to myself and a few friends, that if Santa Cruz were on the beach, there is no reason why I would move. The standard of living for me is quite good. The cost of living, the people here, everything is great. The weather is incredible, and if I had a baby beach, if there were a beach here, then yeah, this is the place for me. However, there's no beach, so I need to settle for a pool. And thankfully, my gym has a 30-meter pool, which I often spend time at during the day. Anyway, back to the weather. It's always hot. Shorts, t-shirt, and that's it. Like, rarely do I need to wear a jacket, because the weather is just so nice. Think of like an Australian summer for 40 or 45 weeks a year. It's just, I can't even compare. It's something that I don't think I could go back to living in a place where the weather changes so dramatically. For example, going back to Canberra for me would just be so weird, because living in a place so hot for so long, you just get used to it, and I bloody love it. So that's all I have time for today. I hope that the 5 things that I love about Santa Cruz, you will love too if you ever visit here one day. It's not really a city for tourists, so I'm not going to say don't come here, but if you're thinking about Bolivia, you want to go to La Paz, Titicaca, Potosi, Sucre, and the salt flats before you come here. However, it's a nice place for a day or 2 if you need to stop over and get to know a different part of Bolivia. And I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, if you haven't already, definitely like and subscribe, and check out my other videos about South America. Bye everybody.